Okay, good morning. Welcome to the Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer show for Thursday, March 25th. We're going to be going over today's news headlines. Also, today is NBA trading deadline. 2 o'clock is the time for the deadline, so that we will be going into NBA stuff as well. So thanks for joining us here, Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. We will send over your links in just a second. So let me go ahead and do that. If you want to come in and video chat about anything in the world of sports, you can feel free to come on down. That would be highly optional for anybody. That's if you're camera shy, well, we understand. Some people might not want to come on camera. So if you want to do it in the chat room, you can do that. So we will allow you to do that as well. Let me put all the and I'll go ahead and put the other one in on Twitter. So we'll be talking about go ahead and send them. Okay, all three networks, Facebook, YouTube, Twitter, has the StreamYard links. You want to come in via those sites, you can do that. So we'll let you. So let's go over what's happening on the NBA front. So we're going to go over to Pro Sports Daily. So we'll see what's happening on Pro Sports Daily today. So we'll go over those. So let me get that set up for you. Okay, Pro Sports Daily is a site. We talks about NBA. So once again, the Bulls signed Nikola Bladovich from the Magic to get Wendell Carter and Otis Porter Jr. So it looks like, I think it's a great investment for the Chicago Bulls to get Bladovich, because the Bulls right now, they have to rebuild their team. To have a winning situation. So I think it's a good investment for Nikola Bladovich to go over. Now they'll get Wendell Carter, and they'll also get Otis Porter Jr. So I think that's an excellent deal. So once again, this is from Pro Sports Daily. Follow them at prosportsdaily.com. And we'll go over some more stuff. Okay, let's see. Okay, also Evan Foreigner to be traded to the Celtics from the Magic for a second round pick. So it looks like he is going to be on the move as well. So I'll be honest with you, this NBA trade deadline, so far so good. It's going off without a hitch or something. So once again, this is from this is another story talking about Boston and Orlando considering trade options. So once again, this is from. Also, if you want to come in and talk about these trades, you can do that. So we'll go through more of them. Let's see what's happening on other fronts. Okay, this is from the Denver Post. Nuggets acquire JaVale McGee from the Cavaliers. Isaiah Hansen and a pick. So it looks like Denver got JaVale McGee. So that's also happening in the news as well. JaVale McGee was part of Denver from 2012 through 15. He also helped the Lakers knocked the Nuggets out of the bubble, so that he averaged 8 points a game, 5.2 rebounds. He also had 15 minutes per game, so it looks like JaVale McGee's also on the move. So that is that's what's happening. We'll show you that. I'll put the Denver Post up on the screen. So let me go ahead and put that up. So I'm gonna share this. I'm gonna share the post. Okay, this is just came out. Jabel McGee. This is from Mike Singer. Follow him at M Singer at the Denver Post. That's denverpost.com. So that looks like he is going to be going over to the Denver Nuggets. So we'll switch it out. We'll go to another one. Like I said, we're doing NBA trade deadline stuff. So if you we'll also do sports news as well. Also, what else we have? Let's see, NFL rumors. Okay, NFL rumors. Seattle floating Richard Sherman to jab at Russell Wilson. So it looks like that's what's going to happen. That's from Yard Barker. Follow them at Yard Barker. So that's probably looks like that's going to occur. So follow them at yardbarker.com. That's yardbarker.com. So I'll show you the full article if we have to. So this is from Yard Barker. You put it in. Okay, they're floating Richard Sherman to return jabs at Russell Wilson. This is from Blake Harper. Follow him at Yard Barker. That's Yard Barker. A pretty good site. However, Mike Florio downplays the possible Sherman returning to Seattle. So that's probably so Mike Florio had something to chime in about. So this is from once again, this is from Yard Barker. Go to yardbarker.com. We'll put the Yard Barker site in as well. We'll go through some Yard Barker news. Okay, this is the Red Zone headlines. Red Zone headlines. How Kyle Lowry to trade to the Lakers might look. So that's what they're talking about. Kyle Lowry going over to the Lakers from Toronto. This is from Sports Note. That's NAUT. Follow them as Sports Note. That's also a Yard Barker site. Let's see if we can find that. This is from Sports Note. We'll put that up on the screen. So it's the full article. So I'm going to put this up on the screens. How Kyle Lowry trade would look. Reports indicating that it will be a 2-year contract worth $25 million. So our West defending champion Lakers, not necessarily with this blockbuster trade. So that's probably going to happen sooner or later. So that's going to happen. Kyle Lowry hasn't played well for the Toronto Raptors. He's only averaging 17 points, 5.6 assists, and 7.4. He's shooting 39% from three-point range. So I look at it this way. If the Lakers pick him up, that'll be a great asset to the Los Angeles Lakers. So that is what's going to happen. So that's from Sports Note. Follow them at Sports Note. So we'll pull up what else we'll talk about. This is from Pro. This is another one. This is another Red Zone headline. Comes out today. Lakers could send a big package to land DeMar DeRozan. Looks like the Lakers will most likely will happen sooner rather than later. The trade package will include Pope, Matthews, Caruso, Taylor, Horton, Tucker, Alfred, McKinley, and also a first-round pick for DeMar DeRozan. So they looks like they're going to be getting either Lowry or Rosen. That's probably going to happen. doing this trade deadline. That's around 2 p.m. Central. So once again, this is from Red Zone Headlines at Pro Sports Daily. Follow them at Pro Sports Daily. Okay, what else we have with NBA basketball? Okay, Jaylen Brown requested a trade package for John Collins. So it looks like Jaylen Brown and the trade package will go over to the Atlanta Hawks for John Collins. So it looks like he is going to be going over to Boston, and Brown will go over to the Atlanta Hawks. So that looks like that's Talking Basket. Follow them at Talk Basket. That's Talk Basket. So so it looks like that's going to happen as well. So looks like also this is another one. Monzell Harrell could go over to the Charlotte Hornets. That's probably a possibility right there with Monzell Harrell. Monzell Harrell this season averaging 14 points, 6.6 rebounds, 1.1 assists, and also 0.8 blocks. He's shooting 64%, so he's a pretty good shooter with the Lakers. So I'll be honest with you, if they can land him, then that would be a good addition because once again, LaMelo Ball, he's not going to play. He is out for the season. So they're going to be going after Monzell Harrell with the Lakers. So this is from Pro Sports Daily. Go to prosportsdaily.com. We are going through NBA trade acquisitions and also okay, what else we have? Number 5. It's number 5. Okay, Rockets also in talk with Vlad Victor Apo. So it looks like he's going to be going over to the Rockets. That's probably going to happen sooner rather than later. With this is from once again ESPN. Go to ESPN.com for more information. We are covering NBA trade deadline. So NBA trade deadline is today, 2:00. So once again, this is from Pro Sports Daily. Go to Pro Sports Daily. Okay, what else we going to be talking about? Let's go to some NFL stuff. Okay, Dallas Cowboys better beware of Washington. I think they're most likely in that division. Yeah, that's probably going to happen. They upgrade to get good players. They got Fitzpatrick's, Curtis Samuel. So I'm gonna tell you, Dallas is going to have a very difficult time when it comes to competing for the NFC East. So if you're a Dallas Cowboys fan, you can come on. I'm on here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. If you think this is a situation that you got to worry about with the Washington Redskins, because they're going to be a team that sure they might not get to the playoffs just yet, but they're going to be building towards that situation. So once again, this is from Pro Sports Daily. Go to prosportsdaily.com. So that's okay. What else we have? Okay, 5 NFL teams that have improved the most this offseason. It's New England Patriots with Hunter Henry, Mark Juden, Nelson Aguilera, Kevin Kendrick Bourne, Jalen Mills, Trent Brown, Cam Newton, and also David Andrews. So it looks like they are definitely going to be an improvement this year for 2021. Now, the Washington football team with Ryan Fitzpatrick, Willie Jackson, and Brandon Schaefer. So it looks like they're going to be also another improved team. That's one of the two. So we'll go through the full article. We'll go through those 5 teams with you. So we're going to go to these scores. So we're going to put this up on the screen. And I'm going to switch this out. So we just went over the New England Patriots, Washington football team. So the next team we're going to be going over is the New York Giants. With Kenny Golladay, Adoree Jackson, John Ross, Kyle Rudolph, Deontay Booker, and also Leonard Williams signing with the Giants. So it looks like they're going to be a much better team in 2021. Now the Cleveland Browns signing John Johnson, Troy Hill, Anthony Walker, and Toskin McKinley, if I'm saying his name right. Also Malcolm Smith and Rashard Higgins. He did resign with the Cleveland Browns. So that's another. Now the New York Jets definitely need to be improved. Corey Davis, Carl Lawson, Keelan Cole, Jared Davis, LaMarcus Joyner, Sheldon Rankins, looks like a former Saint, and then Marcus May, franchise tag. So the New York Jets. So that is your team that's definitely going to improve this year in 2021. This is from DScore. Go to dscore.com. And let's go over some more stuff. And then we'll go over to we'll go over to trade Yard Barker. Okay, we'll see what else we have. Okay, NBA trade rumors. Let's see what we have. Trade rumors and news. Let's see. This just came out. Okay, Denver Nuggets land Eric Gordon. So it looks like he is going over to the Denver Nuggets from Orlando. So that looks like Eric Gordon. So that's they land Eric Gordon. So Denver Nuggets land. So that's what's happening. Harris averaged 17 points. That was Harris, one of the from the trade acquisitions, shooting 48%, 39% from 3-point range. So Gary Harris was also in the deal, and also R.J. Hampton and Bobo, and also Zeke Najara. I'm saying this. That's NNAJI. So this is from Pro Sports Daily. You can follow them at Pro Sports Daily. We'll go through some more NBA news and rumors. Okay, Knicks trading for Andre Drummond feels like steps backwards. It's probably most likely the case. Signing Andre Drummond for the from the Cleveland Cavaliers. That's probably, I'll be honest with you, look, if they can get some reputable talent, except Drummond's, I'll be honest with you, that would be a good investment. So I say this, look, it's going to be a lot of trades that's going to be happening all day long with this trade deadline. So once again, this is from so let's see what else what else we have. Okay, looks like the Knicks. This is from SNY TV. Knicks still keeping an eye on Alonzo Ball. What it would take to trade him. So it's they're probably going to have to send a pick over to the Pelicans. So that's probably going to if the Knicks get him, then the Pelicans need to get something in return. I mean, because look, the Pelicans are not going to trade players just to and not get nothing at all. They should get something, at least something, out of the deal. So I think it's a excellent deal if the Pelicans get something out of it, and because look, the Pelicans, they're trying to get their team back into winning ways. But if you trade Alonzo Ball, like I said, you have to have some other player that's going to come in and take his place. So once again, this is from Pro Sports Rumors. Follow them at Pro Sports Daily. See what else we got. Okay, Zach LaVine prefers Thaddeus Young to stay with the Bulls past the trade deadline. So it looks like he's so I'm pretty sure Thaddeus Young most likely will be gone, but Zach LaVine wants him to stay in Chicago. So that's probably most likely, hopefully, that will happen sooner rather than later. So that's just the concept right there when it comes down to it. So this is from NBC Sports Chicago. Go to NBC Sports Chicago. That's NBC Sports Chicago. Okay, let's see what else we have. Okay, Cleveland blocked out of trade rumors, so it looks like there are they're blocking out those trade rumors. That's probably going to happen with JaVale McGee, Andre Drummond, and Cedar Osman. So it looks like that's probably the case with the Cleveland Cavaliers. So once again, this is from Pro Sports Daily. Go to Pro Sports Daily. I gotta switch it back. I don't know why I'm getting bad requests. I don't know why I'm not getting a. I'm gonna have to switch it. I'm gonna have to go back to the home page. Yeah, switch it back to the home page so it won't. So let's see what else we could talk about. More NBA trade rumors. We're gonna see what else we got in news. Let's see. Looks like we got talked about JaVale McGee, Alonzo Ball. So let's see what else we have. So that's Pro Sports Dailies. So we're gonna go over some Major League Baseball news. Let's see what we have on Major League Baseball. Okay, Major League Baseball news and rumors. Why MLB could have yielded to the universal DH is good for the game. Yeah, I think it's it's definitely good for the game to have a DH on both sides of the leagues, whether it's the National League whether it's the American League, because the American League has the DH. It's been for years. So I look at it this way: look, if they can put it on both sides, then that'll help the game out big time. So once again, this is from Pro Sports Daily. Go to Pro Sports Daily. Okay, MLB end season trade candidates. So it looks like we have some candidates to be traded to different teams. Trevor looks like Trevor Story is one of them. Also, German Marquez looks like he is going to be also a candidate for trade acquisitions. Chris Bryan, Jake Peterson with the Cubs. So that's probably most likely going to happen there. So that's another trade acquisition that's probably going to happen sooner rather than later in MLB. So let's see. We'll give you a full headline on this one. We'll give you the full headline. So let me go ahead and put the full headline up. This is from CBS Sports. So we'll give you the full headline on this trade acquisitions with the MLB. Okay, let's go through those trade. We talked about those two. Let's scroll it down. And okay, another one will be Josh Harden with the Brewers. So it looks like he is going to be a candidate up for a trade. So it's Josh Harden. Also, Joey Gallo with the Rangers looks like he's also going to be another candidate for trade. A trade. Also, Richard Rodriguez with the Pittsburgh Pirates, and also Adam Fraser with the Pittsburgh Pirates as well. So it looks like they're going to be those two players are going to be on the move. That's probably for trade acquisitions. Now, Darwin Bundy, Andrew Harley from the Angels, and also Jose Quintana with the Angels. So it looks like the three pitchers are going to be trade candidates as well. Now, Kevin Guzman, Jose, Johnny Cueto looks like he's also going to be another trade acquisition from the San Francisco Giants. Also, Kyle Seager with the Seattle Mariners, also another candidate. Also, Anthony Santer, and also Tanner Scott with the Baltimore Orioles. So two players that look like they're going to be candidates for trades. Also, Eduardo Escobar with the Arizona D-backs, also trade. Also, Starling Marlar with the Miami Marlins also looks like he is going to be a candidate as well. Also, Matthew Boyd with the Tigers. Also, Matt Scherzer with the Washington Nationals. That's another trade candidate. So it's 20 trade candidates that's probably going to be on the move with other teams. So once again, this is from CBS Sports MLB. Follow CBS Sports MLB. That's CBS Sports MLB. So that's so we'll go over some more MLB stuff. Okay, some news. Atlanta names Max Fry to be the opening day starter for the Atlanta Braves. So it looks like he is going to pitch in the game against the Philadelphia uh, Phillies. So this is from Pro Sports Daily. Follow them at Pro Sports Daily. Okay, let's see what other news they have. Major League Baseball news. Aaron Boone's, we're encouraged players to get the vaccine. So I think what he's saying is absolutely true. They should get the vaccine because they're going to be playing a whole year of games, and they could get the COVID. So that's I think that's a good idea. He missed earlier this month to receive a pacemaker. He underwent open heart surgery back in 2009. So I think he should once again. He's telling these players that are they should get vaccinated. So once again, this is from Pro Sports Daily. Follow them as Pro Sports Daily. Okay, what else we have? We'll go over to this. Okay, Yankees lacking in impending free agents for 2022. So it looks like that's a problem for the New York Yankees. This is from the New York Post. Follow them at the New York Post. They cover the New York Yankees. So that's probably going to be a here's Yankees 40-man roster that could be restricted free agents this season. So most likely that most of their lineup that's going to be restricted free agents. So this is from once again Pro Sports Daily. Go to Pro Sports Daily. Let's see what else we have. Okay, MLB stuff. Okay, Orioles made decision on Matt Horry, big league comeback. So it looks like he is going to be coming back. Dan Connor now announced that it's Matt Harvey will he is opting out. That could trigger on Wednesday. So in his 3 spring starts, he has a 5.40 ERA. He has 10 innings of work. He signed a minor league deal with the Orioles in February after playing with the Kansas City Royals. He went 0-3. He had 11.57 ERA. So this is from once again Pro Sports Daily. Go to prosportsdaily.com. And let's see what else we have regarding Major League Baseball. Okay, Key Bryant Hayes rejects Pittsburgh extension offer, so it looks like he's probably going to be on the move to get a trade. He's 24 years old. He played 24 games last season. He was hitting 376. He was also driving at 11 RBIs. His OPS was 1124. He also was the Gold Glove caliber. He played Gold Glove caliber defense, so that's probably what's happened. This is from Pittsburgh Post Gazette. Go to the Pittsburgh Post Gazette. These see what else we got regarding Major League Baseball. Okay, Pittsburgh granted Jeff Mathis his release. Bolstering likelihood of JT Rioto being ready for opening day. So that's probably he did get his release. So he's 38 years old. So look like Mathis was in Phillies camp. He was on a minor league contract. He is now a free agent. So this is from 94 WIP Sports Radio. That's 94 WIP Sports Radio. Follow them as well, talking about Jeff Mathis. So we'll go over some more Major League Baseball stuff. Okay, this is from Reg League Nation. Follow them at that's a blog for the Cincinnati Reds. Reds get a fourth option on Clorel Perez and Jose De Leon, and also not a Stripers Aquaro. So that's looks like they're getting a fourth option for the those players that's mentioned for the Cincinnati Reds. Aquaro still will not make the 26-man roster for the Cincinnati Reds, so it looks like that's not going to happen. So this is from MLB Red Nation. Follow them at Red Lake Nation. That's Red Lake Nation. It looks like we got some more Major League Baseball news. We're going to go through all the news about Major League Baseball, and then we'll switch over. Okay. This is from CBS Sports. Twins granted fourth option to Lewis Thorpe. So it looks like he is going to get his option with the Minnesota Twins. So once again, this is from Pro Sports Daily. Go to prosportsdaily.com. Okay, the unusual and incredible case of Jacob deGrom. So that's what they're talking about. This is from The Athletic. Follow them at The Athletic. This is a pretty good write-up about Jacob deGrom. So, please follow them at The Athletic. That's The Athletic. So let's see what else we have. Okay, Mets manager Luis Rojo, in position for a strong 2000 year two. So it looks like that's he's ready for the 2021 season. As the Mets manager. So let's hear what he had to say.
From up close. And they're ramping up the progression. Once again, going back to last year, which is the only thing we can model. At this point, or even this, we can take it a little further back at the beginning of camp. Like he's throwing more firm this year than he was last year. So, as we go, we're still learning him. I know he's put some new things into play because I think that was the first time he came back from that type of injury he had before coming to the organization. And then last year he revealed that he had something going on there, but there's we haven't seen anything there as far as that is. He's out there doing his routine and doing different things with the fly balls and all that, and working, learning the reads, learning the new technology as far as feedback, and talking to Jeremy Hefner a lot and the rest of the pitching coaches to keep progressing or getting to a point where he wants to be. So we still, myself, I still learning. I know, Hef probably is more ahead of me as far as that, and the rest of the guys that work with him closely. So we'll see what he gets to, but that's something that can definitely progressively go up. I just don't know what the recipe is for that. But, we expect that to happen, as the adrenaline and the throwing and all that keeps happening. Yeah, and once again, I'm gonna say this because I have so much respect for just the entire game, and it could be any part of the game where he can come in and do that. There could be a big spot early, what we can call early, like in a fifth, sixth inning, and he can come in and do it. And
yeah, I'll be honest with you. Yeah, his pitching staff is going to be it's going to have a good year. So once again, that's from Pro Sports Pro Sports Daily. Follow them at Pro Sports Daily. So we'll go through some more. Let's see what else we have. We'll see. Looks like we got some news coming in. So let's see what this is. Okay. Once again, this is from Fake Teams. Aaron Gordon to be traded to the Denver Nuggets for Gary Harris, R.J. Hampton, and a first-round pick. So he is going to the Denver Nuggets. So Aaron Gordon will be on the move. So once again, this is from NBA Pro Sports Daily. Go to prosportsdaily.com. So that's news coming out of the trade deadline today. So we'll go through some more news updates, news stories. So let's switch this out. And we'll go some more news stories. We just went through all the stuff on so we just talked about. Okay, Geo Baker says Rutgers players discuss delaying the NCAA tournament opener with Clemson amongst not NCAA hashtag not NCAA property protests. So it looks like they're discussing a major delay in the game against Clemson. So hopefully they have worn those not NCAA property T-shirts during warm-ups. So I think this what happened the other day with the NCAA the TV showing those the women team having inadequate equipment to work out and stuff like that. And the NCAA is not. I mean, the NCAA has got to get this straightened out because look, this is something that's very serious in a heartbeat. So once again, this is from ESPN. Go to ESPN.com. So it looks like we did talk about trade. It's okay. Yeah, we just talked about that. So we just talked about Alden Smith yesterday with Stephen A. Smith. So we're going to move around and we'll go over to the Yard Barker. So let's go over to Yard Barker and see what's happening on Yard Barker. Okay. The biggest X factor on every MLB team for 2021 season. Arizona D-backs defensive versatility. I think that's probably going to happen. The Arizona D-backs with their defensive, that's number one. Also, Atlanta's pitching depth. That's another one that's going to be the X factor. Atlanta's pitching depth. Also, Trey McChinney. It looks like also that's another X factor that's going to happen. Upside pitching starters for the Boston Red Sox. That's one of them. Also, the Cubs. Advert as Azalea. It looks like it will be one of the X factors. Also, Michael Peach looks like he's going to also be a X factor with the Chicago White Sox. Also, Tyler Mahler looks like he's also going to be a X factor with the for Cincinnati Reds. Also, Tristan McKenzie will also be another X factor for and also for the Cleveland Colorado Rockies. Kyle Freeland, another one. Also, Will Castillo, Will Castro, excuse me, with the Detroit Tigers. So Castro looks like he's going to be another X factor. Yandy Alvarez will also be another factor for the Houston Astros. Also, for the Kansas City Royals will be speed. They have to get stolen bases. They had 24 last year. Also, Shari Atani looks like he's also going to be another factor for the Angels. Also for the Dodgers, depth. That's probably going to be another situation for the LA Dodgers. That's going to be depth. Now, Sixto Sanchez looks like he's going to be another X factor for the Miami Marlins. Also, Corbin Burns looks like he's going to be one for the Brewers. Also, Byron Braxton looks like Byron Braxton looks like he's also going to be a X factor for the Minnesota Twins. Dominic Smith also for the New York Mets. And Corey Kluber looks like he will be an X factor for the Yankees. That's 19 of 30. Also, Jesus Lozado looks like he is going to be a X factor for the Oakland A's. Also, Scott Kinsley looks like he also going to be a factor with the Philadelphia Phillies. Also, Gregory Polito looks like he is going to be one for the Pittsburgh Pirates. That's 22 of 30. Fernando Tatis for the San Diego Padres. Yeah, I think he's most likely going to be a big time X factor for them. Kevin Gausman with the Giants. Also, Jared Kenlick looks like he's going to be and Darren Darren Carlson looks like he's also going to be a factor with the St. Louis Cardinals. Kevin Cash also that's from the front office of the Tampa Bay Rays. Joey Gallo with the Texas Rangers. Also, Toronto Blue Jays power. Yeah, I think that's probably going to be the factor for them. Is going to be hitting. Also, Victor Rivers Looks like he is going to be a factor for the Washington Nationals. So that is your MLB X Factors for this year, 2021 season. It's from Yardbarker. Go to yardbarker.com. So we just talked about those those trade picks early in the show. So let's see what we have here. Looks like odds to win the 2021 World Series. This is from SEP. Los Angeles Dodgers plus 300. I think they most likely will win it again at plus 300. The New York Yankees at plus 575. Also, the San Diego Padres at plus 900. And the Atlanta Braves at plus 1,000. And also the Chicago White Sox at plus 1,000 as well. The New York Mets at plus, that's 12 to 1. So it's a 12 to 1. That's 12 to 1 favorite. Also, 22 to 1 would be the Minnesota Twins. Houston Astros at 2,500. That's 25 to 1. Also, 25 to 1 will be the St. Louis Cardinals. And also 25 to 1 will be the Toronto Blue Jays. Oakland will be at 28 plus 2,800. That's 28 to 1. And also Tampa Bay at plus 28 to that's 28 to 1. That's 2,800. That's 28 to 1. Also 3,300 would be Cincinnati Reds. Also the Nationals 3,500. And 40 that's plus 4,000 would be Cleveland. So that's 40 to 1 for them. Also 40 to 1 for the Phils. 50 to 1 would be the Red Sox. Chicago Cubs 50 to 1 will be in that mix. Also, the Los Angeles Angels 50 to 1. The Milwaukee Brewers 50 to 1 as well. So it's a pretty good bet. Miami Marlins 80 to 1. So that's a pretty gaudy odds right there. San Francisco Giants 80 to 1. And also 100 to I think to 1. I think it's the Baltimore Orioles. Also 100 to 1 will be the Seattle Mariners. 125. So it's plus 125 will be the Arizona D-backs. Also the Kansas City Royals at plus 125 again. Plus 150. So it's 150 to will be the Colorado Rockies. And also plus 150 will be the Detroit Tigers. And also 150 would be the Texas Rangers. 250 would be the Pittsburgh Pirates. And that is your odds for the 2021 Major League Baseball season, which will begin in a couple of weeks. Once again, this is from Yardbarker. Go to yardbarker.com. That's yardbarker.com. Okay, Coach running back Marion Mack on the crowded backfield. We are going to make it work. So I think that's what he's saying in this article. This is from Blake Harper. Follow him at Yardbarker. That's Yardbarker. So I'm pretty sure that the coach backfield will be just okay. So this is from Indianapolis Colts. Okay, let's see what else we have. before we wrap up today. So it looks like we covered mostly everything on Yard Barker. So we will wrap this up. Okay, we'll go ahead and wrap this up. Okay, thanks for joining us for this edition of Sports Talk with Kerry Wehmeyer Show. We'll be back tomorrow for Pelicans versus Denver Nuggets. I'll be calling the game here on Facebook, YouTube, and Twitter. That will be tomorrow night. So we'll also have Sports Talk as well. So if you want to come in and join us, talk about what happened and with NBA trade deadlines and stuff like that tomorrow. We will be back tomorrow as well. So everybody have a good rest of your Thursday afternoon, and we'll be back tomorrow with Sports Talk and also the game tomorrow night.